In this video, 90% silver trade for gold. We're going to look at that in this video. We will also look at these two 10-ounce silver bars. What did I pay for them back in February of 2024? And what are they worth now? Just a few months later, not even a year later, folks. And they've gone up tremendously from the time I bought them. And I will also try to get into how much silver you should own. This is a very touchy subject because that is a very trying way to, everybody's different. So let me just put it that way. Everybody's different. Everybody has everybody has a different financial situation. I'm going to try to break down the math for you folks on that one. Also, we got a lot to cover in this video, so please like, share, and subscribe. Let's just get into the video right now. Let's start out with trading 90% silver for gold. I told you guys a few videos back ago, maybe last week or so, about the $8 million fine we had. That video came out a couple months ago, but I did do a recap on it. And she was thinking about trading for 90% silver for gold. Well, I got a phone call after I released my first video this morning, and she says, I'm ready to pull the plug on this. So what can you do for me if I want to come in and get 20 gold buffalo coins? That is what she wants. So she wanted the breakdown of what we could do for her. So it's Sunday. I don't mind working on a Sunday. So I pulled up, I looked on the shop's information because I can have access at home. We are currently selling gold buffaloes, 1 ounce coins for $2,860. You times that by 20 she wants, that's $57,200. We have them in stock. Okay? This shop has them in stock. The owner has them in the shop. I did a quick math on her. I said, well, we're going to need we need $2,383 worth of face of junk silver to do. We're going to do an even trade for her. I said, but I'm willing to go down a little bit more on taking some of your junk silver away from you. I said, because it's really a win-win situation for the shop here, because we didn't pay that much for the gold when we bought the gold. So we came to a deal of $2,340 face of 90% silver for the trade. So she's going to get $2,340. She's going to bring me in $2,340 face silver. It's her choice what she wants to bring in. I don't care what she brings in. We told her we're a little bit short on quarters and halves. She says, okay, I'll bring in a mix of everything, but I'll give you more for halves and the quarters. I said, if you want to do like $500 with dimes and the rest, she says, sure, I'll do that. So that's how she's going to break it down for us. It's really a good situation in the shop because we do need the 90% silver. She called us. We didn't call her and say, hey, are you ready to do the trade? We let people make up their own minds. And I asked her, so you sure you want to do this? Because I know her situation. They want to sell the house down in Florida. She lives in Georgia. The mother lives down here. And the mother is in her 80s. But since we've had so many storms down here, the mother says, I'm not living another storm down here again. So they're going to move. They're going to sell the house, go to Georgia, and they have a ton of silver. They got about $8 million worth of gold and silver right now combined. And if you guys want to watch that video, it's way back down there. I'll try to put a link to that video in this description of my video, or I'll put a link in the comment section, whatever the case may be, how I'm going to do that. So that is what she wants to do. She's planning to go back in December. She is working from her mother's house. She has to get back to the office for most of December. Then she's coming back down to Florida for Christmas and the holidays, and she's going to start transferring some gold every time she makes the drive back and forth. So it's easier to transport a tube of gold than a couple bags of 90% silver in the car. And she could really just throw that in her purse and nobody knows it's in there, or she can put it in her trunk and still nobody knows it's going to be in there, and it's less weight. The value is still all there. We're going to help her out a little bit with the You know, it's almost an even trade for us, really. And the shop will do quite well on the 90% silver anyways. So that will make up for the loss that we took on the other batch of 90% silver that we sold at, you know, not a total loss, but, you know, it kind of hurt the shop selling it that low, but silver went down, we bought it at a higher price. You know, that's sometimes what happens, folks. You know, that's why, you know, people think coin shops make all kinds of money. No, we take the loss too. You know, but we take the loss too, especially at the shop that I work for. You know, I can't talk about all shops, but, you know, that's why some of these shops may be paying $2 less an ounce of silver than over spot. You know, we try to pay everything over spot all the time, unless it's really milk spotted up bad. Yeah, we're gonna pay less than spot. Okay, I'm not gonna lie about that, but that is the case there. So she's gonna come in the morning. We're gonna just put it to the counter, get the trade done, and she says, I'm willing to even give up a little bit more of 90% silver too. And I said, you do want some of it. You know, I said, don't sell it all to us. She says, no, she says, I understand that totally, that she don't want to sell it all either. So at least we're on the same page. So there's their update for that. Would you make the trade? That's what I would like to know. Would you make that trade, giving up 90% silver? But she does have a lot of it. Keep that in mind, though. Let me know in the comment section below if you would do that or not. I think she's making a good move. Not because we need it, but, you know, she's got so much of it. You know, I mean, how much can you really have? And, you know, she can always trade back, too, if she wanted to, once she gets back up to Georgia. And that's what we talked about, too. I said, but, you know, I says, keep in mind, though, I told her, I said, it's going to be very hard to break an ounce of gold if everything hits the fan over your 90% silver. So she's aware of that logic, too. Everybody has a different logic in this. So there's that one. Let's just move on to these 10-ounce bars real quick. I bought these off of Liberty Coin, off of eBay, back in February of this year. And there you go. You can see it. February 26, 2024. I bought two 10-ounce cast Australian Bowling Company ABC bars, which are right here. The total cost for two of them, $500.68, folks. Now, they don't have any more of these. Last week, they were about $3.54. Last week, $3.54 each. So that's that's a $104 uptick. That's how fast silver can move. So if people think silver and gold are pet rocks, tell me, if you're going to put $250 in the bank account, would you have $104 net gain? You throw that in a CD for 3 months. You ain't going to have $104 in 3 months. You ain't going to have $104 in 6 months. All right, this is less than a year. Silver and gold are the best way to save money. End the story on that one. Let's just move on to that. You know, that was really a good buy, because, you know, before I move on, I gotta say, I'm kicking myself in the butt. Really, I'm kicking myself in the butt today that I didn't pick up a couple more of these at that price. But, you know, nobody knows where silver and gold are going, and don't try to kick yourself in the butt either, folks. You know, that would have, could have, should have, because, you know, you can't go back. You know, I don't see silver dipping down to these numbers that when I got these again, the last time. You know, I just don't see that happening anytime soon with everything going on in the world. I just don't see it happening. Cost average, I've always said that. My next thing I want to cover, and I'll be very brief with this. People keep asking me, you know, either in an email, I see it sometimes in the comment sections. I get this all the time at the shop. How much silver should I own? And again, that question is very hard to answer, especially on YouTube. Hey, first of all, I don't know your finances. I don't need to know your finances for one. You know, everybody has a different lifestyle. So what the best way of doing it, if you think the dollar's going to collapse, if you think, you know, we're going to be in doomsday situation, really World War III situation, where the dollar's going to collapse and we're actually trading silver and gold, is that day going to come? Yeah, I think that day might just come, where we're going to see more transactions done in silver and gold. Maybe not at your local Walmart or your local grocery stores, but peer to peer, you know, friends to friends, you know, farmers markets, I think you're going to see more of that. So it's going to be very hard to break gold down for one when you're doing smaller transactions. So silver, how much silver should you own? Okay, you could do it a 3-month thing, 6 months, a year. What we all should be focusing on: add up all your bills for 1 month, and I mean every single thing you buy. I don't care if you go run into the convenience store and buy a fountain drink for $1.19 or whatever the price is at your local convenience store. You buy a fountain drink, put that on your list. I spent $1.19 on a soda or a pop, wherever part of the country you're living in, that you want to call soda or pop or just whatever. Add up everything, okay? Your rent, your mortgage payment, whatever you have. If you have a vehicle payment, whatever you spend, and I mean every single penny, times that by, you want to go 6 months, you think it's going to last 6 months, times that by 6 months. You get that number. Then what you need to do is divide that by spot silver price today. Then when you get that number, times that number by 20%. And the reason why I say by 20%, because we don't know where silver is going to go. Because if you don't have enough silver now, and you're trying to gain 6 months worth of silver to cover your bills for 6 months, and this is just an example, folks. This is just one example. We don't know where it's going. 20% may not even be enough. Okay, we know everything is going up. You might have somebody in your family just got pregnant. The new baby's going to be on the way. Or you might have an emergency in the time frame. That's why I say 20%. Add that up. You know, you could even go 25% to be on the safer side. And, you know, then take that number, times that number by how many months you think you're going to need have your bills paid for. Okay? Where it could be, some people say 3 months, some people say 6 months. I think it's 6 months. I've even gone up to 18 months in videos before. You can go any number you wish. But the more you add months, the bigger that silver total is going to get. The more ounces you're going to need. So just keep that in mind. That is the best way. Maybe not the best way, but it's my way. This is how I do it at the shop that I work for. When people ask me this question, you know, I give them a sheet of paper. They fill the numbers in. They can look, you know, they can talk to their family about if they want to stack more or not that way. That question, trust me, there's no magical answer on that for that question. There's no magical answer for me to tell anybody, because everybody lives a different lifestyle. And I hope people understand that, because it's so hard to tell you that answer. You know, because nobody knows for sure what's going to happen next. It's just what your mind thinking is, and, you know, what you think. I might be thinking the same way. Somebody else might be thinking a little different way, which that's okay, because we all have our own opinions. So please, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to 4,500 subscribers by the end of November. On that note, Coin Shop Chris is out. Have a good day. See you in the next video.